What's up, Culture Drop? Your pal Galen here, and a topic that I'm very excited about because it's near and dear to my heart, which is growth mindset, tied into emotional intelligence, tied into being an awesome human being and leader. I'm gonna share with you a very simple sentence to embrace and adopt for yourself that embodies all of growth mindset into like one simple idea, which is this: I want to be better. We're gonna unpack that sentence, but first I wanna give a quick shout out to my friends over at American Rental Association who gifted me this awesome hoodie, swag. I do love me some swag. Okay, so this sentence, I want to be better, encapsulates everything that growth mindset is. Whether you are a leader, a colleague, a human being, a partner in a relationship, it is okay to not be perfect and not know how to do every single thing in the world. Maybe you're a leader and you discover through feedback or whatever that like you're a micromanager and that's how you know how to lead people, and like that sucks and whatever, but discovering that you're a micromanager and wanting to change that is not bad. It's okay as long as you want to improve that. Or let's say you're in a relationship with somebody else and you realize that like, man, I'm really bad at conflict, or I don't know how to give or receive feedback very well. Again, that's not terrible. It's okay. Nobody is born knowing how to do all of these things. The differentiator, what matters, is you being willing to say, I'm not great at this, or I'm not perfect at this. I want to be better, and then pursue that. Or maybe in a workplace setting, it's really hard for you to give feedback to somebody else, or really, really challenging for you to receive feedback from somebody else without feeling criticized, threatened, attacked, or ashamed of somebody saying these things to you. None of those things are terrible. It's okay that those are challenging things for you. The challenge, the hard, where we get stuck is feeling like those things are a jail sentence, right? In the sense that like, if I'm vulnerable, if anyone, right, to the fear of being exposed, that what if somebody else discovers that I'm afraid to give feedback to my employees? It's okay. And I think the only like powerful way to move through this world and actually grow and improve and be respected and liked by other people is to have this open-armed sort of vulnerable space to be like, I am not great at this thing, or this is something that I struggle with, or that I have a challenge with, and I want to improve at it. I want to be better. I think so often we're programmed in our culture that like vulnerability is weakness. If we admit that we're not great at something, that's a weakness. And like the truth is, the only thing that makes you look weak is pretending that you're perfect at everything. Right? The people who go around putting up like a false front that they have no room to improve, right? A leader who would never ask for feedback. It's like, all of us need feedback. All of us have areas to improve in every different aspect of our life. The truth is that like when you are vulnerable and willing to admit that and have the courage to say, I know I'm not perfect as a human being, as a partner, as a friend, and like I want to be better. Pursuing that, right? Not just having the attitude and not just saying those words, but to actually get better at those things. If feedback is a challenge for you, there are a billion resources out there. There are hours and hours of free YouTube videos, blogs. You can Google, you can look things up. There is an opportunity for you to improve in the areas that you're like, I would like to be better at this. This will make my life better, or my work career better, or like better as a leader, better as an employee, etc. Like you can pursue those things. It doesn't matter what it is. Feedback, conflict, like anything, right? Even leading and managing people, not being a micromanager. It's like, how do you do that? There is so much resource out there for you that's totally free. You can read a book, you can take a class, you can hire consultants to train your people. There are so many ways to improve the things that you recognize that you're not great at. And I know that this part of this concept is hard to adopt and hard to sort of like unwind the wiring inside your brain, but the truth is like the things that you're not great at do not make you a failure. There's no threat of being exposed and people being like, oh, this, Galen's not perfect. It's like, of course not. You're a human, you're messed up, you're imperfect. All of us are that thing. It takes a lot of courage to be the kind of person that is self-aware enough to say, hey, I know that I'm not perfect in these areas. And when you show up like that as a leader or as a friend or as a partner in a relationship, right, or as a colleague, in any relationship in your life, and you show up that way and are able to courageously say, hey, look, I just want to be better here. And I actively pursue that by asking questions, gating feedback, right? Doing things that are about growth mindset of like actually trying to learn and improve and understand that how I am today and the things I'm good at today are not a jail sentence. It's a snapshot, right? It's not a concrete stone of like, these are the things you're good at or that you're not good at. You can improve in anything that you want to improve at. There you go. Just some tips from your pal Galen about growth mindset. There is a better way to move through the world and improve at the things that you want to improve at. And that requires you just adopting the mentality of I want to be better across the board. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Subscribe to our channel. We put a lot of content on here. You can also subscribe to the Culture Drop mailing list and get these emails in your inbox every Tuesday morning. Follow our social media channels. Put a lot of free content out about just being more awesome and building great teams.